Hello and welcome to our first ever YouTube video. This is Toby, the main driver for this game, F1 2011, and this is just a quick gameplay on Turkey, Istanbul, driving the Force India online, obviously, because online I think is one of the best features of the game, and I'm joined by my guest Josh, my little brother, who edits and has made my intro for me quite kindly, and many thanks to him for doing this.
Hello guys, as my brother said, I am Josh. I'm 11 years old and I'm currently at school as well as my brother. As my brother said, I do all the intros, all the editing, and if you guys want to submit intros and that to see if you can top ours, which is just the basic for the beginning, feel free and send us a video response or something like that with the download link.
Anyway, right, going back to the game, we go into the car monitor and start to load up my setup. Now, I won't go too much into my setup, but I'll probably do another video about my setup. My setup mainly consists of the gear ratio, the suspension setup, and the what else can I say? The aero, and the rear wing downforce, and the front wing downforce, and the brake biasing, and stuff like that, which is properly really in depth for most of the basic gamers. But the people that have been playing racing games for ages and have been setting up cars for ages will understand what most of the words I've just said mean, and I'll probably do a video explaining what all the words mean and stuff like that.
But if you're like me and you have no idea what they mean, just watch the gameplay.
Right, so as I've already said, Istanbul started 5th on the grid. Now, that wasn't from a qualifying, that was just straight up, randomly picked, sprint race, so they just put you anywhere. The lights start to go up, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth light, and the lights are out, and we've started. I like to point out I use KERS, and KERS gives you a quick start, quicker and more of a bite. So therefore you get quicker traction and you can start quicker. Through the fast right-hander and up to the top of the hill, where you have this quite tight, and it tightens more and more as you go through the corner into the left. Flick for the right, and obviously trying to, at the start of the race, it is very hectic, so you have to try and
pull away, use your KERS. What does KERS stand for, Toby?
KERS is Kinetic Energy Recovery System, and I'll go in more depth on another video about this, but basically it's just from braking and you recover, I think it's 80 horsepower, I'm not too sure on that, and you can use that as a boost. And going on to one of the little back straights and into the brake, I try to brake as late as possible to try and close up on the Force India in front. Obviously, a teammate during this race, and I try to get the toe and the slipstream. If you don't know what the toe is pretty much the slipstream. As you can see, I'm reeling in him, and he makes me go the long way, but then regrets doing that because he's outbraked himself. And obviously, I'm trying to cover up the inside line to make him go the long way, and also worrying about my braking points, and he just parks it up the inside and just scoots through. An amazing move by him, to be honest. Obviously, I've got the racing line on just to get used to another controller we've just bought, and all of a sudden this Ferrari out of nowhere suddenly appears, and obviously I have to take into account that he's there, and I can't just completely shut him off because I'll end up getting some message from him saying I blocked him off or something. So at this point, most drivers would get disheartened, but obviously by that bit just there, you can probably tell that I don't get disheartened about it. I just keep my head up and just keep doing it. Yeah, obviously you just get on with it. And going into the left-hander with the miss-hit-miss section, which is what some of the commentators talk about, the Ferrari starts pushing around, and we go into the left-hander at the end of the straight, and I'm thinking, well, they're going to start pulling away now. And then remembered about the toe on this straight and the grip I get out of it. And all of a sudden, I've just gained extra horsepower, not using KERS or anything. And I was gone, and I don't even think the other drivers see it. Force India out braking himself, and obviously I get corner cut in. Uh, Warnings again, and Ferrari decides he's going to try and hassle me for the inside line into the first corner.
Using curves
Obviously,
again.
obviously knowing he was there and making sure I use my curves for the end of the lap because there's no point in keeping it stored. And he starts to lag. Lag being just when he starts moving around really, and just his connection's a bit slower, but can't help the connection. And you could probably tell just then, there was a notice to say that LDH Rosberg had set the fastest time, and I thought nothing of it because he was behind at the time. I didn't know how far behind, but I knew he was behind. And I go back into the miss hit section, or the hit miss section. I'm not too quite sure on that, and I'll read up and probably post it in the comments below. Trying to cover off again, just to make sure that he doesn't get the inside line and the shortest way through the corner. And third lap, DRS comes in, and I have no way got a second to the Ferrari in front. And I get attacked from both angles. I'm from the outside and the inside, and I'm thinking, well, who else is attacking me here? I outbrake myself, and to notice LDH Rosberg has appeared. Well, obviously, I didn't know how far behind he was, and I get an amazing grip out of the chicane, and I end up neck and neck with a Force India, and I pip him at the post. And I mean completely at the post. It can't have been any tighter. Anyway, well, that was the first gameplay. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll just show you a couple of the others coming across the line.
And I'd just like to say, as you didn't explain what DRS stands for, it stands for drag reduction system, which literally the rear wing is normally closed, so there is more drag. So when the rear wing opens, which is when DRS is enabled, the wing can flow through more freely, and you get a bit more downforce, you get more grip.
No, you get less downforce, sorry.
Sorry, I don't know. I only know what it stands for. And you just get the extra bit of speed as you're going through the air quicker, as well as with slipstream, you're just using somebody else's air, so it's not straight into dirty air. You're in more.
Right. To explain that, you are in dirty air, but you're just cutting yourself. You're not having to cut a hole through the air, and into the Parc Fermé, and drivers in first and second congratulating each other, and my brother's friend comes online to ruin the gameplay. But hey ho, it's our first gameplay, who cares? Thank you for watching. Comment, rate and subscribe, and make sure you tell us whether you liked it or not, or if you've got any gameplays or anything like that you want us to do. Thank you for watching. Send